welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tolu J. I don't know, you guys, I just feel really good. I'm really excited to talk to you guys. I love talking to you guys. I definitely do be getting in my head because sometimes I'm like, no one wants to hear you talk, but you guys want to hear me talk. So I'm excited to talk to you guys. Before we get into this video, you guys, let's take in this beat, okay? I change up my makeup look or my makeup routine. I feel like every other month I'll change a product here or there or change how I do things. And I just feel like each time I'm getting closer and closer to the ultimate UK girl look. So I'll definitely be filming a video for you guys on exactly how I achieved this look so you guys can get it too. It's very skin-like but still a beat. Like, let's take it in, period. I love it. Johnny, no, I'm not playing. Like, I don't know, like, he was just getting on my nerves. Like, I asked him to call me a cab and he didn't want to call the cab. Like, how dare you see me come to see you and you don't call me a cab back? Like, I don't care if you invited me or not. Like, call me a cab. Yo, my accent is really bad. But at least I got the makeup, okay? At least I got their makeup. I don't have their accent. I have their makeup. Side note, you guys, let's get into the bob. It's giving grown. But that's the only thing. I did get this hair. I was being a little cheap at the time. I didn't really want to get an expensive bob. So I got a cheap bob for like $120, I think. And it's a little stiff. Like, it doesn't move as much as I want it to. I don't know. But we can get into it. We can get into it. I like the bob though. It's giving, period. But anyways, you guys, let's jump into today's video. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about my experience and my opinions and things like that. Be sure to comment. I really like to know how you guys feel about when you watch these videos. Whether you have opposing opinions, like, I want to know. So please comment, talk to me so I can know what more you guys want from me, because I want to give you guys what you want, you know? But yeah, you guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about my journey post-grad. Side note and some background for those of you guys that don't know, I graduated college last year, May in 2022. I graduated at 20 years old from the University of Maryland, College Park, the Robert H. Smith Business School, getting my dual degree in Information Systems and Supply Chain Management. Put some respect on my name, okay, you guys, because that was hard. Not trying to brag, just gonna flex a little bit because I'm proud of myself, period. But anyways, yeah, so I graduated last year and I was really looking forward to graduating. I feel like from the time I stepped into college, I wanted to get out, which is definitely a bad mentality. And please, I want to tell you guys, enjoy your years of college, because that's something I feel like I did not do. And I wish somebody had told me what I knew now, because I definitely feel like I would have soaked it up a lot more. I mean, but also to be fair, COVID definitely took like 1.5 to 2 years of my college experience. So it's not all my fault. But also, I just feel like from the time that I stepped in, I was just like, okay, I'm going to keep my head down, you know, go out a little bit, but I'm going to keep my head down, focus on my studies, get out of school, and that's where life is really going to begin. And honestly, I don't really know why I had this mentality. Like, I was just so adamant that life for me was really going to be fun and good after college. But I also think that comes from the fact that, just like with my personality type, like, I'm not someone that finds like genuine joy in like parties and the club. Like, all that is cool, but like, and like, I'm not saying like I wouldn't go and like have a nice time at a party with my friends, but like, that doesn't bring me genuine joy. Like, I always felt like I would genuinely be happy when I graduate, you know, get my full-time job that's paying me some good money, get my nice apartment in my house, you know, get a nice car, all these things. Like, I felt like my joy would come afterwards. So I was just like, you know, read your books, do what you got to do, graduate, and life is really going to start. First off, that's a horrible mentality. So please, I'm trying to save you now. If you're thinking like that, please do not think like that. I just feel like college is such a time, and this is why some people be like, those are the prime years of their life. Like, God forbid, that's not going to be the prime year of any of our lives. Like, we have so many better years ahead of us. But there's definitely not another time like being in college. Like, it's such a different world and setting. And I just feel like I didn't appreciate it enough when I was in it. But yeah, I really just felt like life for me was going to start afterwards. You know, like I could travel, do all these things that I want to do. Like, I always felt like I was an older person in a younger person's body. I feel like the things that excite me are the things that like older people are excited about. I don't know. So I was like, yeah, my real fun is going to start afterwards. Well, number one, throw out that mentality. Well, number two, make sure you have hobbies, like genuine hobbies. I think people don't preach this enough. Like, have things that bring you joy that you do on your free time because you want to, not because you have to. I am definitely someone that I did not have any hobbies. But I mean, to be fair, you know, we were in school for 12 years of our lives. So I was very like success and goal oriented. So my whole time in school, I was just like on my books, trying to get A's, trying to get a 4.0, trying to do well, because I knew that like I need to be successful. And in order for me to be successful, I need to do well in school. But I didn't find time to find hobbies that I really enjoyed outside of school. But I think that also comes from the fact that I worked a lot when I was in school, for like in high school till now. So it was like when I wasn't in school, I was working. When I wasn't working, I was trying to rest. But yeah, like I just feel like finding hobbies is so important, you guys. Like finding things that you genuinely find joy in doing. When I graduated, I did not have any hobbies. And not having hobbies makes life so boring. Like, you feel like, honestly, I get why people say things like they feel like we're living in a simulation. Because when you don't have hobbies and outside things that you enjoy doing, like, this was literally my days the first few weeks after I graduated. It was wake up. Thankfully, I have a work from home job. Although it can be boring, I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Because you have to understand, like, if you work a 9 to 5, if you're not working from home, your days are starting earlier and ending later. Like, your days are probably starting at 6:37 because you have to get ready and then head out the house, get on the metro, get in your Uber or drive to work so you can actually be there at 9. And then when you get off of work at 5, you're gonna meet traffic and rush hour and all these other stuff. And you're not getting home till like 6:30. So as much as work from home life can be boring at times, I would not trade it, because I appreciate the fact that even when I have little like spaces in my days to be free, I can do what I want. And I'm not just stuck in the office talking to coworkers that I don't really want to talk to and just mingling with people I don't want to mingle with. I'm definitely someone that's very weird. Like, I have a social battery that runs out. I don't want to talk to people all the time. So I can only imagine being in the office and like I'm not having a day where I want to talk to anybody and coworkers are coming and trying to talk to me and I'm just smiling through the pain. Like, hey, yeah, like John was so annoying. Or yeah, that was such a great meeting, you know, like I don't want to do that. But yeah, like please have these hobbies, because if you're just waking up, going to work, getting off at 5, making dinner, watching a show and doing it all over again, you're literally gonna hate life. Like, it is so depressing. I had not an ounce of motivation. I was unhappy. I was just like, is this the life that I was excited about when I was in college? You know, like such an adjustment that I feel like not enough people talk about. And I really wish more people spoke about it, because I felt alone. Like, I felt like I was crazy. I was just like, how have I finally achieved what so many of us are trying to achieve? And I feel so unhappy. And like I'm saying, a large part of that comes from the fact that I didn't have any hobbies. Like, I didn't have things that I like to do in my free time. So I just had a lot of free time that I was being idle. And I feel like it made me lose my motivation. It made me lazy. And these are not feelings that I'm personally used to, because I am someone, I feel like I've worked so hard for so long, and I've always had like success in my head and goals in my head that I'm always working towards something. And although I had made my plan post-grad of like how I wanted to do things, the way that, you know, I have like a plan of how I want to make my money so that I can, by God's grace, be financially free by a certain age. But still, just the days, it was just, I don't know. I think that's why people say like the days are long, but the months are short, something like that. The days felt like forever. But yeah, as I said, step 2, find some hobbies. Step 3, have friends. Oh my gosh, you guys, like, please have friends. Like, have a community of people that you can go out with on the weekends, that you can have a good time with, that you could call up when you're bored. Like, friends are so important. Sadly, I did not have a lot of friends. I have a pretty small circle. And as I said, all my friends are still in school. When I had free time, they were busy. And then when they had free time, I was busy. So it was hard to like really be able to see them and like hang out with them at times. But that really taught me the importance of like having a community and like making friends and acquaintances and people that like you could just chill with, hang out with. Like it really makes such a difference, you guys. Like I was definitely struggling. Like I definitely felt really lonely because I feel like I didn't have enough people that I took with me from school, because it's not easy to find good genuine friendships. And I also lost a few friendships in college, so I didn't necessarily come out with a long list of friends, but you know, I had the quality over quantity. Okay, shout out to my friends. I love you guys. Aside from having friends, I would also say find your purpose in life. Like, what do you want to do in this life? Like, what type of impact do you want to make? What imprint do you want to leave on the earth before you die? I feel like that is such a crucial part in like being able to learn post-grad, because when you don't know that, you really feel like you're just moving through space and the days are just going and you're not working towards anything, you're not really doing anything. You just feel so like unmotivated, and it's definitely a tough spot to be in. But I also want to say, like, have grace for yourself. Like, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, give yourself time. Like, we are still young, 21, 22, 23, 24, whatever age you are, like, we're still young. Give yourself grace. But for sure, I feel like knowing your purpose in life helps a lot, because then you know what you need to do every single day to get to where you want to be. Like me, for example, I wouldn't say that I fully know my purpose in life, but I know that I want to be successful. I know that I have a time frame of when I want to achieve financial freedom. That's a good starting point, but it wasn't enough to like fuel my days. Like, I didn't know my exact plan of exactly how I was going to do that at first. So it was also very hard, because it was just like, once again, going through motions, the simulation. Those are definitely like the 4 things that I wish I knew before graduating. For those of you guys that might be watching this video that are about to graduate, I hope these tips are helpful, but also don't be afraid. It's definitely a transition that's very different from anything that we're used to, but you're gonna be okay. I promise you, like, you're gonna be okay. Mine was definitely a lot harsher because 1, I didn't know a lot of these things. 2, nobody really told me what life post-grad was like. So I was just like making my own idea, my own reality of what I wanted it to be like. Also, working a corporate job is just like, it's so interesting, because it's like, if you guys ask me now, like, what do? I could not tell you. And it's so sad, because like, I do stuff for work like all the time, but if you're like, explain it to me, I can't. You know, I feel like I'm just here, you know, and I do my job, but I kind of don't know what I'm doing yet. And that's okay too. I think not enough people talk about that. Like, it's okay to not really know what you're doing at work, as long as you're doing it, especially when you're early in your career. Like, it's just giving like, you know, hey, do this. Okay, cool. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's be honest about that. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it, and that's all that matters. But yeah, you guys, this video is coming to an end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video.